Some people in my live chat are like, I'm scared, dude. I feel nervous. It's okay. It's okay. Chill out, man. Nothing's wrong. I just got some points to make. I got some thoughts to put out. And, you know, we're just going to talk for a little bit. And, oh, my goodness, it feels good to be live. Let's go. Okay. Okay, baby. So, one thing I like to do when I'm doing these kind of like breakdowns of dramas, situations, things that are going on, one thing I like to do is restart. And I did that. I've done that. I restart from the beginning. You got me? Now, while restarting from the beginning, I do this mostly, and I know you're like, what's with the cereal, dude? Busy, my assistant, has to have him. I'm telling him. He wants to have him in at least every video. At least for a little bit. He's obsessed with the little cereal guy. He thinks it's like, thinks the cereal guy's cute or something. Okay, don't ask me. I'm not in charge around here. He is. It's the only time you're going to hear me say that, big guy. Anyway, so hello guys, good to see you. So I've broken this back down. I started at the beginning, and especially when I have not been live streaming, you guys know I did a video yesterday responding to the drama and all the crap going on. I wanted to see how people reacted before I decided to go live again. And people have reacted, so whatevs. So here's what I did. On my downtime, on top of video production, which took most of it, I started at the beginning of the story and worked my way in, and I hit a specific part. I think I've kind of gotten things down to a point. I'm going to go through them with you, but I hit a specific part of the story where, in my opinion, there's some issues, and I'm hoping I can get some help with it. So I tried to reach out to Leslie before this, and I couldn't get her. She's busy, and she's got a life, and I don't expect to be able to get a hold of her easily or quickly, especially on a Saturday. You know, we're all chilling, having a great night and all that. Anyway, though, I will probably get a hold of her tomorrow or Monday or whenever it's, you know, easy for her. And plus, you guys might be able to help me so I don't have to bother her. Although, I do want to talk to her, and I will because I've reached out. I have been given a way to reach out, and I've reached out. So, I'm going to get her in for an interview, hopefully live. If not live, it's going to be her option. We'll do it off the air because the same thing's going to happen with Katie. Here's what I've heard about Katie. And I know some people are going to be like, you're going to talk to Katie? Because when I was live on Periscope today, people were a little bit shocked about it. I think I am. According to Katie, she has told several people to let me know that she'll talk to me, but I need to reach out to her. So I'm going to. Whoopsie! Hey, Quisa, appreciate your efforts to cover this uni. It's been a stressful few months for everybody. Well, Quisa, I know it has, and I'm happy to be able to tell you that I think I've broken this thing down. I think I know where we're at, and I've got several videos to make. One on this situation, one on another, maybe even a third one. So anyway, hear me out because I know what I'm doing, man. I know what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's get into it. One, I'm going to talk to Leslie as long as she's willing to talk to me. Two, and it's from everything I've heard she is. Two, I've reached out waiting to hear back before the stream and waited. That's why we're on a little late. I was going to go early. You guys know I flip-flopped I haven't told you yet. No, I did tell you in my video. Did I yesterday? I don't know. I was going to put up a video today too, but instead I did a lot of work on this. So this stream. It turned into a long day of prepping this stream. Tomorrow I'm uploading. I don't care if I don't go live tomorrow because I'm uploading, and hopefully I'll do both. So I've flip-flopped my schedules. You guys know I was coming online at 11, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. even. And luckily, I took that day off to sleep. Then after that, I did video production, took the next day for video production, released a video. Everybody's happy, I think. No. A lot of people are mad. Well, that's what I hope happens. I hope everybody lets go. And no one's having fun anymore, man. At least in this story. I think Katie still is. She's doing her thing, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with people chilling out. I hope people on Twitter chill out because Twitter's been a war zone. I went live on Periscope, which is connected to Twitter, as I said, and people keep saying to me, Twitter is a dumpster fire. Twitter is a war zone. Twitter, Twitter, Twitter. And I have to say they are correct. Now, if you follow me and before the situation, a lot of you guys found me through the situation. If you're watching this video, I would assume. But if you followed me before the situation, you know we aim to come to a conclusion. We aim to all chill, have a good time. We usually laugh through things, and that's been something lacking lately. We are getting back to it. I'm telling you, we got to be able to get back to it. Maybe that's why Busy put the cereal guy in the stream. Is that why? Is that your way of telling us that you want to be able to laugh and joke and have a good time again? Okay, I get it there, big guy. Can you please take him down for a minute, though? You can put him back up in a second. Thank you. So, anyway. Bing! Okay, well, let's see what we got. Where'd that go? Please email me back, Wessie's wife. I will. I'm sorry. It's been a few days. I got through some emails. I will get every email back. I'm sorry. If it's really important, do me this solid. Write me another email. Same thing, copy paste so you don't have to retype it, whatever, but put important in the subject line, okay? Some people have done that, and I got back to them. Now, I can't say I got back to everyone, but do it for me, okay? If you ask me for a Discord invite too, we are purposely waiting another day or two before we give more, so we'll give them soon. Okay, here we go. Went back to the beginning of the situation and went through some things, and basically it all comes down to, let's do a summation, then we'll go into what I need help with. Let's do that. Sound good? Sound good? What do you think, big guy? Oh, yeah, sounds good? Okay, let's do it. So, here's where I think it all kind of goes into. Let's do a timeline. These are important. It'll be quick. I don't even think I'm going to be live that long. But here's a timeline for you. So, oh my goodness, dude. I swear, me and you are going to go at it. Get him off the screen, ding dong. Sorry. I yell at my assistant all the time. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? It is a cute little thing. It's a cute little picture. It started off with the whole, Katie and Steve, non-sequitur, mishap. You know it. Not going to repeat it. Right? So that's what started it. So I looked into it, moved up to, looked like Steve was doing a bunch of videos to expose Katie for what she did. She put up the apology, right? Okay, we're good there. Then, she took down the apology, and I'm going to ask her, if I get to talk to her, and I think I will, why she took it down. See, I'm going to ask these questions. A lot of people don't know why, so we're going to ask her. Although, I would say that talking to people, they all agreed with me. It's probably because of, she got mad at Steve's responses, got mad at the videos he was doing, and, he was exposing her. He was putting stuff up. Can't blame him, right? But she probably got mad about it and took it down. Not saying there's an excuse or it's good or bad. It's probably what happened. But, so, she takes down the apology. Steve ends up putting it up and gets a strike on the Great Debate Community, his backup channel. His backup channel. I won't go into that. Then, we all know that there was a lot of videos coming out. The mods left. Some of the Katie's mods left. They talked to Steve. Interviews done. And Katie eventually puts out the thing I showed in the video summation that I did that says, if anyone's harassing me, the video's targeting me, take them down. They're targeted harassment. You'd have to read it. I refer you. This is a sum up of what was said there. I would refer you to actually go to my video versus mode to hear exactly what I have to say there. That way I don't mess it up. And I think somebody donated. If you just super chatted $2.99, but it didn't pop up yet. Oh, there it is. Thank you. I will. I didn't want to be a stalker. I don't mind. Do it as much as you want until I get back to you, but I will get back to you really soon. I should have time Monday. I can't promise tomorrow, but I should have time Monday. It is Saturday, right? Yes. It's early, man. I told you I flip-flop my schedules. I'm much more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed now because, it's not late and everything. So where are we? Where are we at this point? We've gotten to the point where the apology went up and went down with the strike, and Katie put out that thing, right? Well, this is where I'm kind of getting stuck because on Periscope, whoopsie. Hey, thank you, Sandy. Hey, you, right back at you. I love those little stickers. They're so cool. Thank you. I'm at the point of the story where Leslie has put out on Twitter evidence of her channel going down, but it's confusing because she describes it as under review. Steve described it as under review. And I don't know what that means. I know that if you get strikes, one strike on YouTube, luckily I know this system like the back of my hand, yeah, for obvious reasons. When I was doing anti-flat earth, debunking flat earth stuff and everything, the flatties would get mad. They would strike my videos. They'd file complaints. And boy, do I've got a announcement in a minute. I'll get to that. But I've gotten several strikes, and I've had to appeal them, and I usually win all of my appeals. In fact, I think I've won all my appeals. There might have been one strike that stuck on my main channel out of all the strikes I've ever gotten. Because it's just one of those things that happens. You make somebody mad, they don't understand the system, or they do, and they're being dubious about it, and they file strikes, they incite others too, right? Okay? So where was I? I'm losing track of my mind here because I got all this stuff going on. I'll make the announcement now. I got a strike! Not really. Let me explain. Okay. I got a privacy strike on the P stream, right? Remember that video I did? Because I've done videos about the flatties doing that, and she did that, and I did that video, that live stream we had. Yeah, I got a privacy strike on it. Now, I didn't know it until well after I got it, or else I would have announced it. And I could put it out on Twitter tomorrow or something, because I'm sure somebody will want to see it and all that. Well, it was on the P stream, and it said that there was a privacy complaint at a certain timestamp. Of course, how those things work, if you leave up a privacy strike, you have a chance of getting it struck down and getting a strike on your channel. So, also, the day that I noticed, the reason why I noticed that strike was there is because December 11th, December 12th, when was it? That whole YouTube new policy went into effect. You recall that, right? The new YouTube policy went into effect, and I wanted to check my email, my YouTube email, to see if YouTube took down any of my videos for the new policy change, and they did not, but that's where I noticed that I had that privacy thingy. So I went ahead and took down the P stream to be safe. If you want to see it, it's not down and gone forever. It's on Periscope, D-Live, and most likely it's on Mixer backed up. So you can find it. There is over a year and a half or 2 years of backed up videos on Periscope. It's there, okay? All you got to do is scroll down my Twitter until that day, or go to Periscope and go to my videos, my VOD, okay? Video on demand, or my video backup, and you can find it. So if anyone wants to watch it or whatever. And then I had a realization that with all my videos, they're all put up there, just so you know. Any video that I've done, any stream that I've done is there. Okay. That's for people that might want to complain saying, I hide my videos. Because I actively push you towards those networks. I actually tell you to go there, tell you to follow me there, so I don't see how it's hiding anything, but so the P stream's down on YouTube due to a privacy. I'll put it out tomorrow on Twitter. Now, when you get a strike, these different things can happen. You can get one strike is now a warning, which means nothing happens. You essentially have YouTube tell you, hey, you had a strike. Now, you can be deleted. They don't have to give you a strike. They can say you did something so severe that your whole account needs to come down. That's a possibility, but it typically doesn't happen. YouTube's pretty cool. Sometimes. I won't say all the time. Anyway, though, let's get this song going. There we go. One strike is what everybody knows is the warning. It's just, if you get another strike, you're going to have penalties. But right now, you can stream, you can upload, you can do whatever you want to do. One strike. It's almost like you don't even have a strike, right? That's why the Great Debate community getting struck, nothing changed that channel. It was the first one, right? I believe that's what happened. So, 2 strikes. What is 2 strikes? If you get another strike while you're on warning and they stay for 90 frickin' days, if you get 2, you can't upload for 7 days. You can't post videos for 7 days. Sometimes you lose the ability to live stream for more than 7 days, but that's objectable. I don't know if that's true or not. So, 2nd strike, you do have penalties. 3rd strike. So you got 2 strikes, another strike comes in. We all know what happens. Your channel gets taken down, or YouTube could take your channel down. Now, that's what confused me about this point of the story that we've hit here. And that's why I need some help from you guys. Some people on Periscope today, and thank you to the commentary account on Twitter because they pointed me towards some stuff, and I found it. So thank you very much, my friend. WAOC commentary, right? You know who I'm talking about. They pointed me towards Leslie's Twitter, and I, ended up getting stuff in the current live stream, or in one of my rooms in my Discord, that showed what happened. That's where I'm confused. So I'm going to pull that up in a minute, and I'm going to show you where I think things are a little bit, confusing. I'm not saying anything's wrong yet, just that I'm confused. I'm not sure what's going on, and some people will say to me, and that's why I want to do this. I want to do what I'm about to do for 2 reasons. I want to show you how fragile this story is, okay? The whole story that we are looking at, many of us are completely convinced of certain things in the story. For the sake of just logic, for the sake of just thinking, I want to go through some scenarios. It's just a fun little exercise, right? But if you stick with me while I do this, you will realize this story is hanging by a thread. The entire situation is hanging by a thread, in my opinion. And the thread could break at any time. Let me explain. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Okay, I won't sing, Busy. Damn, it's my show. Can't I sing on my own show? You're rude. All right. So, here's what's up. Let's do this first, then on, because it's more important for me to bring up these facts than it is for me to, go into the things I found, because I could just be missing a couple things. But anyway, so here's what's up. I'm going to need the Billboard of Doom there, big guy. Can you go ahead and launch the Billboard of Doom? What? What is that, bro? What in the hell is that? Is that a hot dog, or have you been doodling, Busy? Hold up. There, let me erase all that. Please, don't look at that. What was it? I don't even know what the hell. Oh, my Lord. Okay. I'm not repeating that one. All right. Please ignore my assistant. He's a ding-dong. All right. So, where was I? So, here's why I think the situation is kind of hanging on a thread. I think that's where I left off. I argue with Busy. I lose track of what I'm saying. Dude, that's too bright. Close that. Thank you. Okay. Now, what we have up to now is what we know as this whole big anger thing that happened. Everyone was angry. There's all this stuff going back and forth, and it was kind of assumed. A lot of stuff has been assumed. I wanted to get verification of Leslie's strikes, because if you go into this, you've got Steve angry at Katie for what happened with Non-Sec. And of course, a lot of the Non-Sec fans are too, because we can all see that she got bad info. But then again, she did apologize, right? Does that get rid of anything? I don't think so, because it was taken down. So we're all still seeing how bad of a situation this all is. And there's a lot more to add on to this. So I'm just going to go into this situation. All that external stuff like Portwood and all that, that's for different channels that are in different communities than me, because I don't look at that stuff. But I do respect you if you do that kind of breakdown, so you guys can take care of that for me, right? I know you can. Here's the deal. Katie's got that against her, that she told people to strike videos. Now, if no one would have went down, I don't think it would have been used as such a pivotal thing against Katie. You got me? And let's say Leslie didn't go down. It would have just been Katie telling people, hey, go strike videos because these videos are harassing me and all this. So the fact is, Leslie's channel went down. And because of that, it got a lot of people to be, let's say, tunnel visioned, and we expected to get clarification. And I'm going to pull up the clarification that I've found up to now, and I'll pull up for reasons why I'm bringing this up, okay? So let's do an exercise where we take away, let's say we all find out tomorrow, or we find out in a month. We find out, like, after the situation dies down, that this entire Katie striking Leslie thing ends up not being true. And by the way, I still think it's true. I think it's true just because I was told it's true. That's the issue. We need to be shown that it's true. It's the thing that got this whole mess started, where everybody was getting angry and people were like butting heads, and, you know, me and Steve were like pissy and all this. It's because we didn't have verification for certain things. You need that, especially when I think Katie's, you know, a big portion of Katie's audience is riding on the line, wondering what's going on and wanting the truth shown, you know? It's only due diligence to be able to fact check, at least to the greatest part of your ability. Even though sometimes you're not ever going to have that absolute 100%, it's best to go as far as you can. Now, when it comes to Katie striking Leslie, the reason why is this stream titled, it's because of things posted on social media combined with a stream titled, I have it right here, Leslie Bass Super Chat Drive for her family to show Katie Joy Paulson we will not be silenced. So I think that title and the contents of this stream led us to say to ourselves that, you know, Katie struck Leslie. Leslie went down. She couldn't stream. She couldn't make money for her channel, all that good stuff, right? So my theoretical question, I know I'm skipping stuff, but let me just get back in line. My theoretical question to myself is, what if that didn't happen? What else is there against Katie? And of course, the next thing everybody's going to say is that dreaded word. The dreaded word that's caused all those issues. Screenshots. And you know what ones I'm talking about, so I don't have to go into it, right? So you know I have a problem with those, even though there are actions that have happened in the background that people will say makes them, and like Steve said, believe that they're true. A lot of people won't go there with them because of how easy it is for them to be fabricated, and no one's saying they are, but no one's saying they're not, because we just don't know. You got me? So really, if we have, let's say we don't have proof that Katie was responsible for Leslie's channel going down, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of problems there, but you know, hopefully that'll get worked out soon. I'll show you what I have, and then you'll understand why I don't have verification in a minute, and then we'll get it for you if it's there. You know, we'll do another stream and update it. That's what this purpose of this stream is, but it's also to discuss how much things could change in a heartbeat, because a lot of people aren't going to accept the screenshots without them being verified, and now we're on this journey of verification. And that was one of those things where it's like sensitive subject, bad subject. We're not going to wait forever. You know, what the hell's going on with this? And that's what's started all the conversation that ended up leading to a lot of frustration and a lot of arguing. Without Leslie's channel being struck by Katie, if it was struck for other reasons, if it was struck by not Katie, right, then you have to rely on the screenshots to have major implication, major things that infuriate the community against Katie. Because I hate to say it, if you look at it like this, Katie butting heads with Steve over non-sequitur and her trusting Kyle, that's not that major. It is major in regards to non-sequitur fans. So what I'm saying is it's not that major to Katie's audience. They don't care. They don't even know what a non-sequitur show is. But you get my drift, right? Some of Katie's fans probably care, but others simply didn't. And that's evident when we sat down and talked to several of them. And they were just straight up with us. Like, no, we don't care. We don't care about that. That's her dealings with another person that went awry. She believed a friend. We understand. We sympathize with her. We're going to keep watching her. We heard that with our own ears. So, I mean, that opinion that someone's have, whether we agree or not, there are many people out there that have that opinion. Got me? Now, there are some other things that have happened, but I would definitely go out on a limb to say that the two major issues that have popped up are that have to do with all of this. Non-sequitur battle, that's the first thing, but I wouldn't say it's part of the two major issues because that's not what started this new drama or this drama. It was Leslie being struck by Katie, as implied by that video title and everything that was said in that video. And then on top of that, this song is too strong. That's what I was going to say. Turn the song off. Thank you, Busy. I love yelling at him. So you've got the issue with the strikes, the Leslie's channel going down, and the issue with the screenshots. So what happened other than that going out? There are things that normally would pique people's interest to the story, but it wouldn't be the thing that would blow up like it has. The reason why the story is so big in my mind, and in my opinion, going through it with you, looking at, waking up and thinking about like, damn, Twitter just blew up over what? Over Leslie's channel. Damn, Twitter blew up over what? The screenshots. Then there was another batch of screenshots we haven't even talked about here because they most likely aren't even worth talking about, at least not at this point. And of course, if that changes in the future, we'll talk about them here, but I want to make sure that we don't make the mistakes of the other screenshots with the new ones. Not new, they're like a day or two old. So if you could imagine this story is a basketball and it's hanging by two threads or it's hanging by a rope, and you cut the rope, but there's just that little part of the middle rope there. The thick part of the rope was Leslie's channel going down. If it didn't happen, that gets cut, and it's hanging by the threads of the screenshots. Those screenshots, by the way, the original ones, are a very thin thread right now. You see where I'm going with that? So that leads to a place of, it starts to make sense maybe why people are relying so heavily on these screenshots at this point. You see, there is an incentive to rely heavily on these screenshots. Do you understand? They're one of only two major issues that have come up that really blew up in the community and really make people give two shits really about the story. And without one or the other, a lot of people would just say, I'm done with this story. At least I'm done with the way it's going now. We can be realistic with ourselves. We can say that much. All right. So let me show you what I've got, and then let's listen to a couple clips from the super chat thing, and let's just do some thinking. Okay? So let's do that. All right, I'm pulling up screenshots for you. I've got them right here. Here we go. Let me grab screenshot number 1. Now, I went to Leslie's Twitter, and I had other people pop other things in that they had. I asked for everything that we could find in relation to this. And I've got a lot of stuff that makes me, ask a lot of different questions. But in the end, I think it's pretty relevant. I think that the questions I'm about to ask are pretty relevant, right? Okay. Now let me just check the screenshots before I pull them up. Oh yeah, we're good. Channel name is all that's shown. Definitely. So here's number 1. And I just want to go through and explain what this is so that people know. Oh, shoot. One other thing. Let me pull it up. One of the most important things. Got it. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit, and here you go, y'all. All right, let's take a look at this. So, here we go. This is one of the screenshots straight from Twitter from Leslie's page. Hi, Leslie. A copyright owner using Content ID claimed the material in your video. This is not a copy strike. This claim does not affect your account status. There are either ads running on your video with the revenue going to the copyright owner, or the copyright owner is receiving status about your video views. Video title, Floribama, sure. It's my B-day. Trying to have a good time. Copyright content. X calling claimed by good old UMG. And any YouTuber you talk to, if you have a microsecond, a microsecond of a song from UMG, you are going to get claimed. And I'm saying, dude, microsecond. That's all it takes. So, let's see here. I lost my track. What's next? If there are no problems, you don't need to take any action. You don't need to delete your video. If something went wrong and the copyright owner or our system made a mistake, we have a dispute process. Only use it if you're confident you have the rights to use all the content in your video. All right? So we've got this one. Your channel does not meet our updated eligibility requirements for mobile live streaming. You can still stream with your webcam or broadcasting software. And we've got this. Now, this is what makes me think that, yes, most likely Leslie did get either one or multiple strikes, so it backs it up. So I think we're good, but to an extent, because there's still several places that this can go. Teen Mom, Season 2, Episode 9, Make It or Break It, watch it with us. Now, I'm pretty sure, as I can see by this, and of course, I don't think this video's up. I don't think so, but it could be. Anyway, the audio is playing, which is what, if you don't know about the algorithm has a hard time reading the screen. It can, but our algorithm scans audio more than anything because the audio comes out as a WAV file. It comes out as digital, and then the algorithm can scan those numbers in that file way easier than it can an image. So it shows Leslie sitting here. The audio's playing, obviously, while they watch it. And she learned the hard way, something I learned the hard way a long time ago. You can't do this stuff on YouTube or you'll get hit. Now, does this mean she got a copy strike? I think what we're seeing here might be this, right? I'll talk to Leslie about this when she gets back a hold of me, but I just want to let you know how easy it was for me to look at this part of the situation and then say to myself, you know, that we need to look into that. We need more evidence to put to this for my final video. And then we have this. And I didn't know what this was because I'm like, wait, eligibility. Your channel does not meet updated eligibility requirements for mobile live streaming. And I'm like, what could cause this? And I found out. I found out because Leslie said it. She said this isn't her main channel. This was from her second channel, I guess. Now, that makes sense because before you can live stream, you've got to set your channel up. You can't just go in with a brand new channel and just hit the live stream button. Maybe it'll work for some people, but I think it stopped working for everybody, and YouTube makes you just set up your profile. Now, I know about this because I made a brand new channel a couple months ago or whenever I did it. It's called the Rock-A-Lot channel, and it's where I put video game clips, just random video game clips of me when I'm gaming and something cool happens. Now, when I tried to live stream there, it wouldn't let me. And I'm like, what? What the hell's this? Because it used to be just go live once you got your channel and you're good. And it was because I hadn't set my stuff up. Now, I could see how that could happen on a new channel. But if this is, and I'll ask Leslie, I will, if this is from a new channel, then there's no reason to even wonder. If it's not from the Leslie Bass channel, it's not going to matter to this story. So anyway, that's what got me thinking like, whoa, like, got to slow down on this. We got to get more evidence on this, and we got to get it laid in for the video. But the reason why I'm bringing it up right now is because I want to show you how easy it is for someone to be able to say, what if Katie didn't do it? Because it's easy to do that. If you go to her Social Blade, now what ends up happening when you get a strike is the video gets taken down. And because of that, Social Blade can't read it anymore. Now, allegedly, Katie struck Leslie right around Thanksgiving, sometime around the 28th, 29th, 30th, and we just don't see it. Does that mean that it didn't happen? Not necessarily. It's still possible, and I'll tell you how we will find out in the end in a second. But this is a pretty good lesson for why to take it slow, to go through each thing, you know, with step by step to confirm things, because things can seem one way and then turn out to be not what they originally seemed. Do you get what I'm saying there? I know you do. Put the serial guy up. Serial guy gets to read statistics, busy. Deal? Deal. All right. So what we have here is Leslie Bass's channel, right around the time of, I would think it would be right around here, right? Now, we don't see what a strike would look like or what a deleted video would look like we do here, right? Now, I think that Katie put that thing out about striking Leslie's channel. So I've been told she put it out around here. I'll find out more from Leslie because, once again, I'm not saying Katie didn't strike Leslie's channel, and I'm not saying that if people are wrong or something. That's not my point, so please hear my point. But what I'm saying is, let's say that somebody wanted to make a video and say, oh my gosh, look at Social Blade. It doesn't show that her channel was down. It doesn't show that her channel was struck. And there's no negative. There's no hidden video. You got me? It would be easy to do that. And then people would start getting swayed to believe that. But then other people are going to see the video that Steve did that's titled Leslie Bass Super Chat Drive. And they're going to say, but they did a Super Chat Drive because it went down because of Katie, because that was the title and that's what was talked about. And then the criticizers are going to go into how, like, well, if her channel wasn't down, then why'd you do a Super Chat Drive, literally blaming Katie for it going down, demanding donations, and then this, and then that, and then this. And it could turn into a giant cluster. Let me say cluster truck. Can I say cluster truck? Probably a better idea. Okay. I'd love to curse, but I won't on YouTube. So anyway, as you see, let's imagine for a second that it turns out Leslie's channel never went down. No one really cares in the beginning. People would issue an apology to Katie for saying that the video was down, for saying that, I'm sorry, that Katie struck her channel, right? But, you know, on top of that, people would start using it to mold the story, to change people's minds. And everyone would be sitting here. Half of people would be thinking one thing. They would be attacking, some of them would be attacking the people that thought the other, and there would be a drama that popped off. What would it be in this story? Well, from what we know, Steve and Leslie have both told us that this channel did go down because of Katie, telling people to crowd strike it, and they were confident enough to do the Super Chat Drive and all that. So, you know, I'm sure the evidence will get out there soon that I don't have. I'll find it or someone will send it to me. But my point is, what just happened? It just reloaded. My point of the matter definitely is that, you know, it would be easy for trolls. It would be easy for other people to incite people to get upset or to go around mad or to say, you know, to attack them for doing a Super Chat Drive when the channel wasn't down, or to, you know, say that Katie's off the hook in this and that, whether, you know, you get what I'm saying. And right now, where I'm going to, once again, not make a judgment until I sit down and get it from Katie, get it from Leslie, get it from the others, and get evidence and put it in, you know, my video, put it out. This will definitely be patched up and solved by that time. You got me. It's just a lesson in why we have to take things slow. That one thing there, those two things in the beginning of the story, those two things that were like really big blow-ups. Now, there are other blow-ups. I'll talk about them, of course, just to be thorough. But those two big blow-ups that were really massive and caused a lot of people to, like, start talking and start going on. One of them being this, the next one being the screenshots. If this turned out to be not what it seemed, the screenshots turn out to not be verified. Literally, it would all crumble and fall apart. This whole thing that everybody would be really focused on, really convinced of, that this all happened and that, you know, we need to think this way because of it happening this way. All of a sudden, everybody's going to be confused and mad and upset, and they're going to go down other trains of thoughts all over the fact that, you know, a video's made or something gets put out when verification isn't there. And that's why I want to make sure you understand. That's why I put a lot of emphasis on it. Even though sometimes you can't go as far and you have to rely off of other things. And then that's why we hope that people, when you can't confirm something, take things a lot less seriously. You don't look at them like they're 100% or that they're confirmable or that they are real unless they are proven. You see where I'm going with that? I'm beating a dead horse now? I definitely am. What do you think, Busy? Am I beating a dead horse at this point? Okay, I'll shut up then. So, as long as I got my point across and make sure that you guys know, my feeling is it's why we do so much work to verify. I don't want Leslie thrown under the bus as much as Steve thrown under a bus, and I mean it. I don't even want Katie thrown under a bus. We'll put out what's true, people make up their mind, and everything's good to go. So, another little tiny bit of discussion on this. What I think is probably happening, this could have been a strike, right? And the Social Blade data, whether it could be explained or not, we'll figure that out later. Push that out to the side. This could have been a strike she got. And then if she did get another strike when Katie did do that, yeah, she could go down for 7 days. And she could go down for uploading for 7 days and live streaming for 7 days. Just so you guys do understand, though, when you get one of these, it doesn't affect your channel at all. This is just a thing that says the ads that are going to run on your channel, the revenue is going to go to the copyright owner of this because you played this in this video. Now, why that sucks is you could do a 2-hour stream and then have a second or 5 seconds or 10 seconds of this song or whatever it may be. I think it's a song, right? Yeah, it is. All of a sudden, 2 hours of a video, all the revenue's gone from ads, not from super chats, not from other things, from ads. And it goes to the copyright owner who didn't do anything. And the thought process is, well, you know, you probably gained views because that song was in that video. And it's like, really? I gained views because of a 3-second clip of Floribama Shore, It's My B-Day, trying to have a good time? You get what I'm saying? Oh, X Calling by UMG. So the name of the song was X Calling. Okay. I got all my revenue taken. And you're saying that all these people came to my video because of a 2-second clip of X calling, but that's the logic behind it. You know, when somebody has creative copyright over something and you just throw it in a video that you make, you can't really expect them to just say, I don't care. You know, they do throw a fit, and YouTube for some reason hasn't differentiated by how many seconds you can use or how many seconds you can't. And these companies, they stand up and they say, I don't want a YouTuber using any of these songs. Now, some songs you can use as much as you want. Some songs you can use and share revenue. That's why this is a very specific thing we have to look out for. That's why the difference between a content ID match and the difference between a a copyright strike, the difference between a community guideline strike, all of that matters because people call these strikes. They used to be called strikes, but they didn't give you a strike. I got a content strike. You did got a content ID strike. Oh my God, I can't stream. No, you can stream because that's not the same as a copyright strike. What? You know, early YouTube was much more of a Wild West than this YouTube, y'all. So let's get back to the point that I was making and just go through it a little bit more, okay? And get this stupid song off there. Let me just remove that song from my playlist. My Lord, it's annoying. So, my main point here is that not that there aren't other issues in this story that matter. What my point is, you never know what issues people are aware of in a story. Let's say there are 100,000 people that pay attention to this story. And let's say that 80,000 of those people know about these two issues because they were the most talked about, the most advertised, the most discussed. What about some of the other issues? Like there was a really bad other issue that most people would say is the worst issue, which was something that Steve was accused of, you know, that type of harassment, you know, and most people would say, well, that's probably the worst thing that happened in the situation. And I agree, probably is. But why is that not something I would list as those big points that change a lot of people's minds when I do think that point does change people's minds? It's because I think less people are aware of that than these two issues because YouTube does not let us talk about that issue without restricting our videos heavily or demonetizing us. So if a YouTuber was to go live and talk a lot about that issue, they're going to get demonetized heavily and restricted from the search. You're going to see it less. if we just go live and talk about this issue where her channel got struck down, or the other issue, which was the screenshots, you're not going to have it demonetized. You're not going to have it restricted like with the other subject. So I do think a lot less people know the gravity of that. Now, the other part of it is some people will argue the different parts of what happened with those different stories. And I'm not here for this stream to pick through that. I know there is probably big chunks of people that find not these two things to be the primary part of it. And I'm just using them as examples. You got me? I'm just using it as an example to show you in this story how if a good group of people, which we already know, a good group of people do seem like these two things were the things that grabbed their attention, had these two things fall out from under them, you know, the other stuff being out there, would it matter to them? Would they trust it at all? And the likelihood is it would drive a lot of people away from caring about the situation if they ended up finding out that these things were baited by them, or ended up being false. I'm not saying they are, by the way. I'm telling you literally that these are the reasons why. Even though I've had a big pushback against me for wanting to verify things, for wanting to go slow, for wanting to take my time, for wanting to not have a benefit of the doubt, but at least have an innocent until proven guilty mindset to an extent, and make sure that's represented in this story heavily. I want to make sure you understand why I'm doing that. It has to be done. It should be done on both sides. You get where I'm going? So, anyway, let me see if there's any other screenshots here that I want to pull up, because if I missed any, I just want to be safe. I do have more screenshots. I don't know if they relate to this, though, and I'm not pulling up certain ones in this stream. They'll be talked about later, so. Thumbs down vids won't cause a channel to be taken down. However, Katie says that she was reporting blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. That's not... Okay, that doesn't have to do with this. I just want to make sure I don't miss things that do. All right, let me look at this other screenshot really quick just to make sure we don't need to see it. Oh, yeah, I've already shown you that one, too, so we don't need to bring that up today. We looked at that a few streams back. Oh, yeah, we've seen that one. That one's in my video. That screenshot is in my dang video, so that's okay. I do appreciate whoever put these screenshots in there for me, though, because just because we showed them already doesn't mean that I might not have used them tonight, so thank you. Oh. Blue light filter going on? Oh my god, the mod room is going crazy. Stuart, when is this from? Is this from right now? Is this from right now, Stuart? Because I hope it's not, because I don't want to have to be a dick. Okay, I got some shit to say, and I wasn't going to say it. I was going to be cool, but sorry. No, bit. Okay. All right. I'll finish up what I was saying first. Then I'll respond to Steve trash talking me while I'm doing the show. Well, I honestly was not going to respond to Steve yet on YouTube. And I'll just tell you everything that's been going on, I guess, in the background. And I suppose it didn't work, Nick. Didn't work, Dave. Didn't work, Reds. Sorry. But anyway. But before we go there, of course, I can't believe that anything I said right now would require any type of negative thing. I don't understand. And how would this put on a show? You know, literally the logic is insane. Okay. Although the last thing I was going to do was go through the other things that Katie had done and discuss them, to be fair, because I brought up those major things. And then I talked about the harassment for a second. And then I was going to go into the other stuff that we could probably look to Katie and say, you know, these are negative things. These are bad things there. Just to be fair, just to make sure it's represented. And I wasn't even going to talk about Steve tonight. I don't know why he's trashing me. So, you know. Let's go ahead and respond, I suppose. That's as far as I'll go. I'll just go there. Let me make sure I got it pulled up. So, this is, I guess, just 5 minutes ago from Steve. Seems UNIRock decided to go this route. His narrative is just a convoluted mess and has made it far more difficult for us to actually explain the facts to people. I'll never place views over facts. Really, Steve? And we'll continue to give people information they can actually trust and rely on. Like the screenshot information that you stated on your channel the other night, the next day you would be interviewing someone that would end up confirming the screenshots from person M and person X and person B and person 12. You shouldn't be doing this, man, because honestly, this needs to be said. You're being very hypocritical and the whole community can see it. Really? Anyone disagree there? I'm going to pull up my chat, too, to see what you guys want to add, I suppose. We might as well just go old-fashioned dumpster fire tonight, y'all. You ready? Fuck trying to be cool. And try to avoid YouTube with it, but you're being very hypocritical because, Steve, one thing that I was going to do for the video I put up yesterday, I was going to go through every single time in the last 7 or 8 months that Steve McRae said, ironically, UNIRock will be fair. UNIRock will be unbiased. Blah, 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 blah. Then I was going to cut over to you stating, Uni, I want you to criticize both sides. I want you to call out everything that's wrong with the story. I want you to do not just Katie. I don't want you to just, let me off the hook. I could bring up all those clips. And in one stream, I think he said that, like 12 times. So I could go there. Then I could go into, all the stuff that you said. Me sitting there asking you what I got wrong on my stream, the first stream where I criticized you, which, by the way, this wasn't a criticism of you tonight at all. Well, I keep looking at how you're acting, and I ask myself, is there a reason why this is happening? Seriously, because it happens when I bring up the screenshots, and it just happened when I brought up the super chat stream. It just happened when I brought up the Katie Paulson struck Leslie down thing and super chat stream. Maybe that's triggering this. It's hard to tell. But one thing's for sure. You think the community can't see, can't listen to me, can't actually watch my videos, hear what I'm saying, watch your videos and hear what you're saying and make up their own mind? Do you think they really will let you steer them like this? Is that what you're counting on? I don't understand, dude. Are you this scared of criticism, or is it because I'm criticizing you? Like, let's just say another YouTuber had the balls to stand up and criticize you, because they should be by now. There should be other YouTubers out there in the community that I used to be a part of, because I'm not going to be around any of you guys anymore after this, when no one can even stand up and criticize this dude when he's gone straight off the fucking rails, okay? Seriously. I think it was an act. The only thing I can say, Steve, I think it was all a big fucking act. I think you put on a big act when you asked me to be unbiased. I think you were counting on me to not be unbiased. I think you wanted me to be biased. I think you wanted me to take your side against Katie, but ironically in this story, as it all unfolded, Katie deserved to be criticized. You didn't really in the beginning. I could have. I was stopping myself because as much as I wanted to say that you were going overboard, and as much as I wanted to say that you were taking this way too far, and it's even going into harassment, and I never like to say that online, and as much as I want to say that to you on the air in front of everybody, I've stopped myself solely because you did go through losing your channel. You did go through some messed up stuff, and I said to myself, you know, as much as I wouldn't do this, maybe it's okay if he does. We'll let the community make up their mind, whatever. But I'm going to have to check you on it because you're just out there blasting Twitter after promising Nick and promising Reds and promising the people who pulled you in to that discussion that you had today and promised them you'd stay off Facebook and Twitter for a couple days so that this shit would stop. It's like you're not even listening to the people that have been close to you for a really long time. I know me and you have only been like knowing each other for like, what, 7, 8, 9, I don't know. Whenever that when I did my non sequitur video and interviewed you, that's as long as we've been talking, but we've been pretty cool with each other. We've spent a lot of time streaming, hanging out, and doing content. I don't get this, dude. So can you go live on your channel? I'm calling you out right now. Go live on your channel. Tell me what route I've gone down. Tell me what my narrative is, how it is convoluted, and how it's a mess, how it has made it far more difficult for you to actually explain anything. The sheer fact that I'm representing logic. You know that the majority of the community that's watched us for a long time agrees with me, right? Why don't you go live and explain that? Explain how you haven't placed views over facts, because I think the reason you blew up begging me to talk to you before my criticism stream and lipping out in my live chat that day that we had first had the Ashley siren thing happen and bugging about coming on the show, and where you baited me to come on my show, what, last Thursday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I think all of that was because of views. I think it was all views. I think it was all viewer number. I think it's all jealousy, personally. It's the only thing that makes sense in this. But the worst thing I've heard is when I sit down and talk to people that have been in the community for a very long time, and they say, you got to get through to Uni, or you got to get through to Steve, Uni. You got to get through to Steve. He's fucking going off the rails. He's going to lose his channel. They're going to consider it not criticism, harassment of Katie. With this new policy, they're going to rip his channel to the ground. He's going to lose everything, all because he wanted to go at Katie. For whatever reason, you want to go at Katie this bad. You never just throw logic out the window to go straight head first at somebody like this, dude. And I shouldn't have to call you out live, but my fucking God, bro. When I get this shit blowing up my Discord server where I'm pulling my screenshots from, and you're literally doing it while I'm live, you just can't stand the fact of what I'm saying, dude. And the worst part is, at one time, I would have said, not Steve McRae, dude. Steve's cool. He's logical. He's slow about things. He's not just going to do something because he's mad at Katie. He'd never believe something because he's mad at Katie. And he would never try to convince the community of something just because he wanted a vendetta to be put forth. He wanted to get a social justice mob behind him. But Steve, it's exactly what you're doing. I'm out.
Yeah.
So let's see it, Stevie. Let's see it, Steve. Let's see what route have I gone down? What? Being unbiased, looking at all sides, wanting to confirm everything. What route is it? Let's see this live stream tonight or tomorrow. What route is it? What narrative am I pushing? How is it convoluted? Be specific. Let's get non-sequitur show type specific on this. How have I made anything difficult for you to explain? Explain the facts to people. How about you send me right now the evidence of Leslie's channel being struck down, please. I need it now. Everybody in the damn... Don't give it to me. Fine. I know you hate me now. Uni's screwing it all up. Give it to the community now. The evidence that Leslie's channel was down so that we know that for sure. And this secret thing going on in the background to confirm these screenshots, why don't you just go ahead and put that out now instead of waiting? Or just get rid of those two facts. Just throw them out. One of the two. Because you can't just sit here and try to force it out. It should have never been released in the first place, in my opinion. And imagine if either of those two things never, ever get proven. Imagine how that's going to weigh on you. I'm not doing you any more favors. I'm done. Okay? Come at me. I'm going to come right back from now on. You get to dictate how it goes. Let's do this dance. Let's waltz. It's on you, big guy. Fucking insane. This dude's sitting here saying that he wants you to believe the screenshots before they're confirmed, but I'm getting in the way of the facts and evidence. How does that even make sense, dude? Come on, bro. Gotta be kidding me.
Where is your God now?
Is he live yet? Is his show start yet? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let's see it. Get the popcorn.